Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along tonight. We have got Harrison at Pinconning in week number 6.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, you just said it. Week number 6, we're 2/3 through the season. It has just been your favorite saying, poof. And we're at week 6, but this is a big game in the Jack Pine. Harrison coming in, Jeff, with a 4-1 record, really having a good year. The only loss they had was against that good Meridian team in the Jack Pine. So they're coming in on a full head of steam with 2 wins in a row. And the Hornets look like they're going to be something to deal with tonight for the Spartans.
Well, they have scored almost double the points that they've given up. So they've become proficient this year on both sides of the ball. Yeah,
they're scoring 37, giving up 19, and that's really, really good for the Harrison Hornets. They got a young man by the name of Ray Cosgrove that's giving out 109 yards a game. He's their junior running back, so we'll keep an eye on him. But, Harrison, we've talked about a lot of compliments about these two teams. They're very similar. They were down for a little bit. Now they're both back, and Harrison has really improved over the years.
Well, last year they really struggled, and to be able to turn that around in 1 year is a testimony. And at 4-1, they're certainly on a roll.
Yeah, they're playing very well, and they're going to have a tough one tonight. It's homecoming here at Pinconning, so there's a little extra special stuff going on. But I got a good feeling about Coach Mulligan and the Spartans tonight.
Well, I think for the first time in at least 3 or 4 weeks, they're starting to get healthy, and that's huge.
Yeah, we talked to Tim Floyd, who's back to work here at Pinconning. Just can't keep those Spartans away from the building, can you? But he says he feels that they're in good shape, that they're healthy, and they're scoring 18, giving up 24. But Danny Dubé is a plus, and if he plays tonight like he can play, gets that 114 yards per game, the Spartans will be tough to deal with.
Well, and for the last 2 weeks, you're down to your third-string quarterback. When you've got a roster in the low-mid-20s, when you lose a quarterback or any player, you're rotating multiple individuals, and to have to go 3 deep, it really shrinks the playbook.
And you got guys just not used to playing where they normally play. Hopefully they'll be at full strength tonight. They'll have everybody in their normal positions, and I got a good feeling about Penny tonight. The weather's fantastic. It's going to be a great game, great homecoming. I got a good feeling about the Spartans tonight, and they're going to put a hat on you too.
Well, and again, huge crowd going to be here for homecoming. We got here just before the parade started tonight. Heat could be a factor in this ball game, and so the deeper team may have a little better advantage because of it. It's probably still about 83 degrees outside.
Yeah, and there's not a breath of wind up here in Pinconning, Jeff. Normally we can usually get that nice northeast breeze coming out, but there is not a breath of wind. It's a perfect night for football. Everybody's ready, and welcome back. I know you had a boat race last week, and you enjoyed that, and big thanks to Mike Vincent for filling in those big shoes out at Western last week.
Well, he is readily available as long as he's not the voice of a home game at Central, so always appreciative, and he always jumps at the opportunity to be part of BCTV.
He does a great job, and it was a pleasure working with him again, but I'm glad you're back and ready to rock for another homecoming game between Penny and Harrison.
Well, and probably $1,000 50-50. CJ is going to be sharpening everything up. You don't walk by that guy without getting your wallet out.
As soon as we're done with the pregame show, we're heading right down to get our 50-50s.
All right, that about puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare-sponsored pregame show. Back in a moment with all the game action right here on BCTV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we take caring for kids very seriously. That's why we've established Covenant Children's Hospital, home of the Great Lakes Bay region's only pediatric emergency care unit, the only Level 3 regional neonatal intensive care unit, part of our state-of-the-art birth center,
Popsicles,
and the region's only pediatric intensive care unit.
Our pediatric ICU has specialized equipment designed for treating children, and board-certified pediatric intensivists specifically trained to deal with the unique needs of pediatric care.
As a pediatrician, it's rewarding to work at a hospital with so many resources devoted to kids' care.
Covenant Children's Hospital offers a wide range of pediatric specialty services, such as pediatric cardiology, orthopedics, treatment for autism, diabetes, and sleep disorders, as well as pediatric rehabilitation at Mary Free Bed Rehabilitation.
They have stickers!
And at every step of the way, our child life specialists guide them, making their Covenant experience a positive one. Covenant Children's Hospital is also home to the Central Michigan University Pediatric and Obstetrics and Gynecology residency programs, training the next generation of physicians.
They won't let you be a doctor without one of these.
A children's hospital is more than a building with colorful walls. Rather, it is the embodiment of the hearts and minds of all of us committed to the well-being of children.
We're dedicated to providing extraordinary care to infants and children so they can get back to the serious business of being kids.
Good evening and welcome to the land of the Pinconning Spartans, hosting the Hornets and Harrison Hornets. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you along tonight, as we should be in for some fun tonight on a night that's finally starting to cool off a little, brother.
Yeah, it's a little bit warm. It's cooling off, but I'll tell you what, Pinconning's going to come away with great field position. Zachary Schulteis with the kind of the little squib kick. We saw a lot of that last week, Jeff, at Western Carmen Ainsworth game, too.
Well, and I think when you are using the squib kick, you are trying to kick to the kicker's strength. And he must not have a thunder foot, so he's trying to put it in a spot that's vacated, hoping that it'll take a bad bounce and they'll be able to get it. But starting at the 33-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pinconning Spartans. Direct snap with a big run. Out over midfield, down to the 40-yard line. It's Dubé.
Well, I'll tell you what, Daniel Dubé is going to be living up to his 114 yards per game with that first carry. And we've been looking forward to watching him play this year, Jeff.
Not bad. One rush for 27 yards.
You know what? That's pretty good average.
But again, great job by the offensive line. And when you've got people side by side back there, the center's the only one that knows who's going to get that snap.
And we had a nice talk with Coach Mulligan before the game. We'll get into that as the game goes along. Here's Dubé again.
Dubé makes two people miss back across the grain. He's only going to get 7 out of this run. So 34 yards on 2 carries. A great start for the young man. That was great patience looking to the hole.
Well, and talking to Coach Mulligan, he's got his full complement of kids this week, Jeff. Everybody's healthy, so he had a little pep in the step and a little brightness in his eyes when he was talking about his team earlier.
Well, and he's got Jason Hill back, too. So, again, just 2 weeks ago, down to your third-string quarterback, having to bring up a JV kid really throws the playbook right out the window, and you're down to a handful of plays that they can handle. Trying to roll down the other side of the field, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage, and the Harrison defense absolutely swarms onto number 15, Jackson Hill.
Jackson did a nice job cutting it up. It's going to be 3rd down and about 3 to go. They got some fancy smancy yard markers over there, so we should not have any problem seeing the yardage to go tonight, Jeff.
Well, that is something that more and more people are going to that digitized, and
it's
it
nice.
Certainly makes it easier to see.
On us old broadcasters with bad eyesight. And one lens.
And one lens makes it even more funner. There's, look at Doobie, just fighting forward, keeping his legs moving. He's got the first down. It's just unbelievable. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he just churns those legs and falls forward for a 3.5-yard gain and another first down.
Well, and a nice job by Dubé to put his hand on the offensive lineman's rear, give him a little push, and get that first down. 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the Hornet 30.
Very
nice
impressive opening drive here for the Pinconning area Spartans, chewing up some clock as well as making a lot of things happen. There's Dubé cutting back across the grain. He's going to pick up about 3 on the play before he's brought down defensively, amongst others, by 53, Root Pyle.
Harrison, Jeff, comes in with a 4-1 record. Their only loss, as we said in the pregame, came to a pretty decent Meridian Mustang team, and so they're coming in 4-1. So big Jack Pine Conference going on here tonight at the home of the Pinconning area Spartans.
Well, and you never know. I mean, Harrison can look at Pinconning's record and just think showing up is going to be sufficient, and that is not always the way it works. What a great misdirection play. That is Marcus Pickett, the ball carrier, and that was the quick hand to the up back, and everybody from Harrison was looking Dubé's way.
So was I. I thought he had the ball, but Pickett doing a nice job. He's a load at 5'10", $192. 1st and 10 again for the Pinconning area Spartans.
We're going to have to keep our eye on who gets the snap here. Again, 1st and 10.
Dubé gets
Direct
it this
snap
time.
to Dubé. And look at the feet. You know, he's always looking to plant, to change directions. And he picks up probably 3 good yards on 1st down. And very, very solid drive here as the opening drive for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Yeah, this has been really nice, taking care of the ball, running some time off the clock. 8:20 to go here in the first quarter, homecoming night. And you know what? We talked to Coach Mulligan. He was pretty happy with the way his team was hanging on to the football while they're on offense in all of his games this year.
Well, and he thought he had his best week of practice all the year long, too, and that certainly carries over into a game, which we are seeing firsthand right now. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. Dubé hitting the backfield as he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Parker Latunsky in through the line of scrimmage for the 1-yard loss on the play.
Parker did a nice job. Good penetration. 3rd down and 8 for the Spartans in their very familiar green and white uniforms. And, of course, we saw Harrison many times, too, when we were up north, Jeff, and their kind of maize and blue is what we're going to call them, but they got the white uniform, white jerseys on tonight.
Yep, it is something on 3rd down and 8 now. Depending on what they get on 3rd down, Kowalczyk is a very capable 40-yard and in. As the 1st down and more, it's number 15, Jackson Hill. He's into the end zone. It's a Pinconning area Spartan.
Touchdown! Nice play. And he's a big kid, too. He's 5'11", 175, so he's got some wheels, too.
You fake that handoff to Dubé. The eyes of the backers go his way. It's not really misdirection, but it's opposite Dubé. And just that split second of looking away gave him the crease, and he took it to the house.
And it was well executed, too, there, Jeff. This was a nice drive to open the game for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Taking over 4 minutes. Kowalczyk with plenty of leg. The extra point is up and good. Timeout on the field with 7:11 left in the first quarter. And the score to the Pinconning area Spartans 7, the Harrison Hornets nothing. Back in a moment on BCTV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here on BCTV, ready to rock here for the first kickoff of the night for the Pinconning area Spartans. After they roll some 67 yards on their first possession. High deep end over and kick. Kowalczyk's got a nice leg all the way back to the 10-yard line on that kick return. Not getting out to past the 28-yard line. As there was a bunch of people there. Ben Sapersky.
Yeah, Sapersky did a nice job. And I'll tell you what a weapon. Number 23, Ryan Kowalczyk. I'm going to nickname him Thunderfoot also, Jeff. He's got a nice leg on him. Harrison will start 1st and 10 at their own 28. Just want to say one more thing. A little bit of a different cameraman look tonight. Want to say thanks to Rick Nijinsky for coming on board and helping out while our friend Nick Page is on vacay for the week.
He is up in the great Northeast. I hope he's eating a lot of fresh seafood.
Oh, boy, here we go. I can tell you what that play was, my friend.
Ooh, go ahead. Is that the 6 or is
Yeah,
that the 7?
we got Harrison Hornet is old school for all these years, full house backfield. The old 6 drive, pull the left guard up the hole and give it to the left halfback. This is just classic old school football, my friend.
And it has withstood the test of time. I mean, you ran it back at All Saints, and it worked forever.
Yep.
And you don't have to pancake people. You just seal them off, and you read the block, and you cut according. Gain of 6 on first down. 2 tight ends at a balanced line. Full house. T in the backfield.
You just wanted to say that again.
Yes. Handoff up the middle is absolutely smoked at the line of scrimmage by big Cole DeZerka. That big fella took up some space.
I'm just looking at that roster. He's only going 6'4", 245. I bet you he put some Honey Nut Cheerios away that time.
I bet the parents cringe when their son or daughter invites him over and say hi. They got to lock the kids in the fridge.
It's time to go across the field to the Penny Mart and get some more grub.
And he's very, very active for 245. 3rd down and 4. Trying the long snap count. And misdirection back the other way with a great job of running free. And I guess that might just be Mr. Cosgrove.
No, that's number 22, Colin Dennis. Not
right.
Cosgrove. Cosgrove is their man, but
11, yeah.
Yeah, Dennis did a nice job. Nice play. Little misdirection on the backs going all different ways, but a nice pickup. 1st and 10 for the Hornets at the Penny 35-yard line.
So the Hornets are making things happen here on their first drive as well, as they've moved it from their own 28-yard line. So taking up huge chunks of real estate as well. Let's see if the Pinconning defense can make an adjustment.
Yeah, Cosgrove is their main cog, so to speak, for the Hornets, averaging about 109 per game.
As that, again, is number 22 on the rush, Dennis. And he picks up a modest gain on the play. All over it again is Sinek is Chonik. Just
we remember him from last year.
Yes.
He played very well last year, Maxwell Chonik. And again, that was the old 7 drive, just going to the left side of the line, Jeff. You know, you just don't see that straight T very often. Hardly at all anymore.
So now they go to the split backs in a wing, just to show a little variation to the offense.
So wing right.
And they run to the power set, and a modest gain of about 3 yards on that play.
Can I call that play for you, what I used to call it?
Yes.
Wing right, bull series right, fullback at 4 drive.
Woo! And now we know exactly what it's all about. It personifies the play. That was Inside the Huddle with Coach Mike Wisdala.
Oh, God. I can't remember what I did 15 minutes ago, but I can remember what I did 47 years ago.
So that's ingrained in the brain. It is the old quarterback coming out, and you coach 3rd down and 5
Sorry,
yards
I
to go.
just getting a little nostalgia.
We love it. We love it a lot. 3rd and 5, again, out of the full house tee. And again, showing their patience. And the ball carrier banging forward. Looks like Cosgrove that time, and he's very close to the first down marker, and I think they're going to give it to him. So it will be a 1st and 10.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't even know what they're looking for here. Let's move the sticks. If it's on the line and the ball's on the line, a line is a line is a line, and it's 1st and 10.
Oh,
they were trying to get
good to have you back, brother.
The analysis never leaves. And again, really doing a good job of changing the snap count to try and keep the defense from jumping at him. And that one's just going to get thrown up in the air, and that's going to be picked. Are they going to say that is caught?
It looked like he may have caught it, Jeff, but they're going to bring it back, so it is going to be an incomplete pass. It did look like he caught it from up here.
It looked like an interception at first, and then it looked like a catch, and then it looked like an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
So Second down and 10. We went through the full gambit there.
There's all sorts of good things going on.
Isn't he? Could be, might be, it isn't. Okay, back to the line.
Could he, should he?
Woulda, coulda, shoulda here for second down and 10.
Incomplete pass stops the clock with 3:05. Another quickly played first quarter here up at Pinconning Area High School. Spartan Field on homecoming night.
I was going to say halftime will make up for a quick
it
first
will.
half because it usually is lengthy. Second down and 10. Handoff to Cosgrove late. He gets hit right in the hole. Picked up about 3 yards on the play as he was met by, amongst others, number 21, and I did not get a name for him.
I did not get a number there either, so we'll check that out at the next break. But a nice tackle by that young man. Third down and 7 for the Hornets at their Penny 22-yard line.
So this is a big third down and 7. If they can hold them to a couple of yards and make it 3rd and 5 or more, yeah, kind of like the odds that the defense brings, and they pursued really well to the wide side of the field to hold down that quarterback and make him throw an errant throw. So we'll see what they come up with on 3rd down and 7. On the quarterback keeper, he kind of hides the football, and he's turning the corner, and he's going to pick up the first down, and Moore cuts back across the grain, and he's going to be down about the 5-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, he kind of rode the Cosgrove into the line right there, Jeff, on a little ride series, and then he pulled it out and just went the opposite way, which was a really good call right there. You know, everybody's probably focusing on Cosgrove, even Dennis at the time, but first and goal to go for the Hornets at the Spartan 5.
Well, and you carry out the fake by putting the ball on the back hip so that it's not real visible to everybody watching.
That type of offense, the quarterback has to try to manipulate the ball and try to hide it as much as he can.
First and goal just outside the 5-yard line. Two tight ends in that balanced line. Handoff going right up the middle, and looks like it is number 17, and that's Austin into the end zone. It's a Harrison Hornet
touchdown.
So just as Pinconning did, the Hornets come down the field and score on their first drive of the game.
Well, that was a nice drive by the Hornets, Jeff. Looks like they're going to go for 2-point conversion.
Yep, I didn't see them doing a lot of kicking in the pregame, so I would imagine that'll be their mode of operandi most of the evening here. Up under center is Latunsky. Again, very patient on the snap count. Dennis trying to slide forward. Looks like he's going to make it into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. Time out of the field with 1:43 left in our first quarter of play. Harrison 8. Pinconning 7, back in a moment on BCTV. So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607. Back here on BCTV as we are ready for the kickoff. Harrison answers the Pinconning score with one of their own. And they better hop on that thing quickly. They're securing very nice field position again, starting at about their own 43-yard line. So Pinconning working with a little bit of a shortened field. We'll find out when the offense comes back on the field if they can continue the success of that first drive.
Yeah, both teams are kind of mirror image right there, Jeff. I had great drives down the field. Didn't very much see the ball in the air, so little ground chuck for both squads so far tonight here in the homecoming game.
Yeah, make Chuck Knox happy, makes the broadcasters happy. We love the good
Don't stop
ground
the
attack.
clock, right?
Yes. And the officials like it.
Yeah.
On first down, there is the ball carried again by Dubé. And Dubé slides forward to about the 48-yard line, so he's going to pick up almost 5 yards on that play. I think he got cheated out of a yard, too, because I think he fell on top of the defender and got up near the 49-yard line. So not a very fortuitous spot.
Hunter Lefebvre in on the tackle for the Hornets, but nevertheless, Jeff, it was a good game. 2nd down and 5. Anytime you can get 5 yards on first down, that kind of opens the playbook just a skosh.
It is a great one. We're going to be down to the last couple of plays here, the first.
Oh, he's got some real estate.
He absolutely just sold pass long enough to freeze the defender and then moved the sticks with a nice run. And that was a great decision on his part. Really nothing in the pass game was wide open there.
Well, and to compliment that, Jeff, the receivers did, kept their routes going. And then when they saw him starting to run up the field, they started blocking for him, for Jackson Hill to get that first down. Nice job by the Spartans.
I listened to their, I think they said the 50-50 is worth $500.
Whoa.
So
you think this is our night?
That might put a little gas in the Bluebird on our way back to beautiful Bay City.
We're hoping it's our night.
Yeah, well, we donated enough.
We did nose to toes tonight, so.
We should have had somebody tall then with
I was looking
tonight.
for a 6'6" guy.
I think we're going to have Pinconning needing a timeout here.
Yep, 28.1 seconds.
So I think maybe the shot clock was getting low, the shot clock. Yep, we're already transitioning into the new season of basketball. And we'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala. Mike, thanks some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff. Covenant Healthcare, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Frank's Great Outdoors, Village and Action Towing, the All Saints Booster Club, and the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, Sandlot Sports.
Boy, it's a good thing they got some short sleeve shirts for us for tonight. We need them. Look at Dubé turning around the corner, looking for a crease, playing off his block. Just got tripped up on the heel of one of his offensive linemen and picked up down to the 40-yard line. So still got a gain of a solid 5.5 yards on the play, but that one was close to going for a big one.
Yeah, we're probably not going to get this play off, Jeff. They're going to let the quarter run out, and it is 2-1-0.
At the end of our first quarter, Harrison 8, Pinconning 7. Back in a moment for the second quarter on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at baycountysportshof.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Looks like they're going to do the old student body. And got a little bit of motion on the offense. Somebody was just a little jumpy.
I didn't see who it was, Jeff, but
it was a wing.
So they'll back them up 5 yards. That's a tough one.
That is a big chunk of real estate at this spot on the field. With second and a long 4, man, you got so many options. And, you might even have a little trickery on second down. But now with second down and 10, I think you've eliminated maybe a few pages of that playbook.
Coach Mulligan's talking with his offensive coordinator and saying, okay, let's look what we have and let's just get that back maybe a little bit more to make it third down and manageable.
Second down and 9.5. There's Dubé going right up the middle, and boy, the defense. Look at how many
Whoa.
hats Harrison brings to the football.
About 10.
Yep, there's 9 or 10 hats there, and once he gets stood up by number 50 on the play, Erskine, then the rest of them really followed suit. So third down and still almost 9 yards to go for that first down. It's going to be interesting to see if Pinconning tries to stretch the field a little bit, trying to get Dubé out in space to maybe make a big play.
Coach Mulligan's offensive coordinator sends the play in with number 15, Jackson Hill, the 5'11", 175-pound senior. Third down and 8 for the Spartans. Big play right here in the second quarter for Penny.
This big homecoming crowd trying to roll that ball up the middle and gaining about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be fourth down and a long 4-yard-to-go situation. So they got about half of what they needed. And they're certainly going to make an effort here to pick up 4.5 and move the sticks.
Coach Mulligan's going to come over with Jackson Hill here on the near sidelines and have a little chat with him and the offensive coordinator. They're going to go for it on fourth and a long 5 for Pinconning area. Jeff, we got 10.5 to go here in the first half.
Well, we'll find out what they've got up their sleeve here as they show just a little different look with the double wing here to the near side of the field. And they go right up the middle, and that is going to be enough.
Give it to 'em.
Absolutely, they will. That will be enough to move the sticks, and another 1st and 10 for the Pinconning area Spartans.
I think, again, that was another direct snap. Was that a direct snap to Dubé again?
Yeah, I mean, when you've got 2-3 guys back there, they sometimes shoot it to the fullback, and they sometimes go quarterback, sometimes Dubé. So the defense, you're really forcing their eyes to be moving around a lot to find out where the snap goes.
Well, and again, we got to get some love to the big fellas up front with the good blocking on that Pinconning area offensive line. They did a nice job picking up that 5 yards on fourth down.
Looks like the right guard, Dezerka, with the big road grader block. And right up the middle again, the ball carrier is number 45 on the play.
49.
49, all right. Pickett, he's going to pick up about almost 4 yards on the play. So when you run that play, Mike, you only need to get 3-4 yards to keep the defense honest.
Well, and you made a great point, Jeff. They just don't know who they're going to hike it to or snap it to. You know, Pickett's got it, Dubé's got it, Hill's gotten it. So, you know, they're mixing it up. And when, Marcus Pickett, he likes to deliver the punishment instead of getting hit.
As they run motion again, Hill flicks it to the outside. Pickett's not going to pick up a whole lot as he might have gotten a yard or two down to the 29-yard line on the play. So third down and about 5 yards to go. So you get 3 on each play, and the abacus says you move the sticks.
Last time I checked, my arithmetic was Sister Bertha. That was it. That was it.
Yep, I love telling the kids, like when I'm at school, it's like, oh, yeah, the abacus says abacus. What's an yeah, go in the thesaurus and look up abacus.
Well, what's a
Google
thesaurus?
Google it. There's Jax Hill, and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. May be able to push forward for a yard, but, boy, you look at that play, and had they done that jet sweep handoff, there was a lot of real estate open here on the near side of the field.
Well, again, a lot of yellow helmets to the ball, led by number 56, Gavin Van Buren of the Hornets. But fourth down and 4 for
Looks like Jax Hill came off the field and holding his right arm a little bit, talking to the trainer. So we'll keep an eye on that. He's flexing it right now, but kind of rolling it around like it might be that throwing shoulder. And they're going to try a 46-yard field goal here with the slight breeze. Kowalczyk's got that up, and it's going to be just short by about a yard.
Boy, was that close.
What a great effort. And so the field goal is no good, and the Harrison Hornets are going to take over here midway through the second.
8:14 to go here in the second quarter, Jeff. What a really nice kick, high end over end. Lit just a skosh short and a little bit to the left. But again, like we talked earlier, what a nice weapon to have when you have a young man that can kick the football like that.
So back out to the 20-yard line because the ball crossed the goal line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets. Again, we're 8 minutes left in the first half. They're only touching the football for the second time in this football game.
It's been a lot of possessions by Penny. Long possessions.
They've moved that ball on the ground, and now Harrison has shown the ability to go ground chuck on their own and trying to go right up the middle and getting absolutely stuffed on the play by Chonick. He did not get fooled at all. And they're calling him Cynic, and I thought it was Chonick last year, Cynic this year. We can go with Cynic, this year's rendition.
I know some Chonics from Bay City, so tomato, potato.
He made the play.
He made a great play.
2nd down and 9 yards to go for the Harrison Hornets. Again, approaching the midway point of our second quarter. Split backs in the backfield with a wing to the wide side. And Cosgrove with a handoff to the outside, and he gets a very modest gain on the play as the defense is flowing to the football, and they're very familiar. Pickett will lead the tacklers. It'll be 3rd down and almost 7 yards to go for the Harrison Hornets. So from first drive to second drive, you see some nice defensive adjustments from Penny.
It's Cyfersky with the tackle there, Jeff. But again, 3rd down and 7 minutes and counting to go here in the first half. And, if Harrison have to punt, Penny will come away with great field position.
Yeah, this is a huge play in the first half here. Full house T in the backfield. He's going to be back to pass. He is being pushed out of the pocket. He is probably not going to get to that 1st down marker. Oh, they're going to give it to him. And a great job that time by the wide receiver. He had number 21 from Pinconning in his sights. That is Snyder. And he backed off because that would have been a blindside block and a 15-yard penalty. But I credit the quarterback with knowing where that 1st down marker is and just getting there.
Kelton Karlstrom, the quarterback, number 1, Matthew Latunsky, the quarterback for Harrison. You know what the nice thing he did there, Jeff? He kept his eyes down the field the whole time, realized he could get the 1st down, tucked it under, and got it for the Hornets.
But you just keep that ball close enough but far enough away that your defense thinks, there's a chance they're going to be able to shoot it. As the ball carrier on the play is Austin. And so you just hold it away from your body enough that threat of the throw is there, and you kind of freeze that defense or force them to make a decision. And they froze them just long enough to pick up the 1st down.
And I can always remember Coach Beisel telling me that, keep it in both hands just in case you want to give it a toss, and then tuck it under if you're going to run. So Hall of Famer Jeff Beisel, I think he knew what he was talking about back then.
I still think he's got his hands on the youth football program over there in the intermediates. That handoff got stuffed to Dennis as he might have been lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he had a whole lot of people coming after him, led by Chonick.
Chonick and Burns and everything. I'll tell you what, that was a big penetration and no gain for the Hornets. Nice job of that defensive line. Those quarterback or linebackers, Jeff, for Penny are really, really good. They stick their nose in there. They were good last year, if I remember correctly. We liked them.
Yep. Yeah, the defensive line tries to occupy the offense to allow their linebackers to flow freely to the football. 3rd down, 7 yards to go out of the full house tee again. And that long snap count certainly makes it a 3rd and 2 now. And that's the second time in the first half that an unforced error has really changed the complexion of a drive.
And we did talk to Coach Mulligan before the game, and he said there was a few times so far this year where we were just doing some really nice things and we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot at the most inopportune time. So he was, with that good week of practice, he was hoping to take care of that this week.
Well, 10 yards and penalties in the first half.
Not bad.
I would think you would take that in most circumstances. It's just the timing of them that hurts. As the handoff again. And, they're still trying to guess and wonder where that running back is at.
There he is.
And that was Dennis again as he tried to go up the middle. And he got about half of what he needed.
Under 4.5 to go here in the second quarter. They're going to take a look at it, but I think we can even see that from up here.
Oh, yeah.
We got the Cats a bird view right here.
We are looking right down the chute. 4th down and about the length of a football. You're going to go long snap count again. Cosgrove gets it, and he is very close. I think they're going to give him a generous spot on the field, but I think he may have had just that extra little surge at the end that got him that half a yard to move the sticks.
They had him, but a good second and third effort, Jeff, by Cosgrove to pick up that first down with 3:50 and counting to go here in the first half.
Well, the leg drive is what got him that. The continuous effort. We don't call it second effort, it's continuous, but he was able to drive forward just enough to move the sticks. So good break for Harrison. Pinconning still being very stubborn on defense. Back to pass again. Here comes pressure from Dzirka on the backside, and they float that pass out completed. Pinconning trying to strip that ball away, but that completion goes all the way down to the 22-yard line. Dzirka was just a half step late and hit the quarterback, Lutinsky.
Hunter Lefevre with the reception, Jeff. And Hunter was the left side tight end, and he just did a little cut across behind the linebackers and kind of in front of the DBs. And we got a timeout on the field. Pinconning.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spiritwear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spiritwear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
Back on Bay County TV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along. Rick Leginski, excuse me, as I spit it out here. I can't read my own
You
writing.
wanted to say Nick Page is what you wanted to say.
It's been Nick Page forever. But Leginski is a keeper for tonight, and we're glad that we've got him this week and next week. 1st and 10. It's Harrison going to that very patient snap count. Cosgrove picks up 5, 6, 7 yards on the play. Look at him pushing the pile forward as it looks like a couple of new defensive linemen coming for the Pinconning area Spartans, trying to keep fresh bodies in the middle.
I'll tell you again, that's a nice run right there by the back for the Harrison Hornets. Good gain on the play with 2:55 and counting to go here in the first half. And it's just a game of long drives for each squad, Jeff. Not a lot of passing. One big pass for the Harrison Hornets. Other than that, it's been all the backfield for both squads.
It's been ground chuck indeed. And again, wing to the wide side. Little counter action to the near side of the field. What a great open field tackle by the Pinconning Spartans on Lefebvre.
Yeah, that's a nice play right there, Jeff. You just kind of, the quarterback does a reverse pivot, fakes it to the fullbacks, and hands it off to the wingback coming through, trying to go up the 7 hole, but with a pulling guard. So that was a nice play right there. They haven't called that play all night. That was a nice time to call it.
Indeed, they saved it for a good time. Time becoming a factor here late in the first half.
Got about 2:05 to go.
Latunsky handing that ball off to Dennis. He gets shoved backwards.
I think that was number 17, Austin. They've been riding Austin quite a bit tonight. They've been giving him the rock a lot.
Yep, it is. They've got a bevy of backs. They got 3 of them.
Yes, they do.
No, we're not at Ogama Heights tonight. Well, you talk about Ogama Heights, and that's a team that is just off to a ferocious start this year.
Yep.
They took Claire to behind the woodshed last week, and that's a team that is very formidable.
Yeah, and the Golden Tablet, I thought, was going up to do that game last week.
He certainly was, and he had a lot to write about for Ogama Heights. Second down in the long 7. Right up the middle of the ball carrier again. And tickling the end zone. He's in the end zone. It's a Harrison Hornet.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Austin again.
They rode Austin on that series a whole lot. Kind of nice when you got a running back that averages over 100 yards a game and you use him as a decoy through most of the first half.
Sophomore. He's got 2 more years, my friend.
He'll go for the 2-point conversion. Looks like Pinconning's going to sell out on the blitz up the middle. And a quick little flip on the outside. And again, just kind of getting out of the backfield. The 2-point conversion is good. As it is 16-7, Harrison over the Pinconning Spartans. We'll take a break and be back for the last skosh of the first half in just a moment on BCTV.
Your heart drives us to be on the forefront of next-generation heart treatments, from minimally invasive valve replacements to advanced procedures for AFib. Choose the most preferred health system for heart. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here on BCTV as we get ready for the last $9 of our first half of play. This has been 3 out of 4 drives, points scored.
Oh, it hit off the penny player.
And they're going to have offsides.
Whoa. That's a big break for the Pinconning area
Tell
Spartans.
me this isn't one of the back judge's favorite things. He's the one that's going to make the signal here.
Oh, yeah?
I got to find the technique on this right here. Come on. No, you got to signal it. Oh, young man. He left it to Jimmy Fertakis to make that. Oh, young man.
That's one of the only calls he's ever gets to make, right?
You had the world looking at you, international TV on Bay County TV, and you made no signal. Oh, I got to talk to my boy Jimmy this week. He passed a golden opportunity. As they're going to kick this ball a little bit deeper on one hop. It's going to be picked up. Sliding forward is Doobie. He gets to the outside and just gets taken down as he was ready to put it into overdrive.
I tell you, Lefebvre got there, Jeff, and Dubé was coming towards us, and all I saw was a lot of green in front of him, my friend.
He was singing the green grass of home.
Tom Jones.
Oh, my, that was so close to being a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah, I would have put this big crowd into a frenzy.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the big announcement for the 50-50 win tonight.
I know what that announcement's going to be.
Just picking that ball up late. The timing of the play is off. Trying to make something out of nothing. Doobie rings forward, and he gets down to the 40-yard line. Somebody else just gets him by the shoe top.
56.3 to go here in the first half. And again, you're right. I think it was Lefebvre that got him by the shoestrings right there and tripped up Doobie.
Was that a Ben Johnson call, or when that was supposed to be that way? And trying to roll around the corner, not much there, as they're going to probably have to take a timeout. As the Pinconning area Spartans will take a timeout. How much time we got left there, brother?
We got 39.1.
All right, we'll take a quick break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back back here on BCTV. 39 ticks left of the first half. 16-7 our score. Pinconning just feverishly trying to get into the end zone. Dubé a couple of times just got caught by a shoe top. We'll find out what they've got up their sleeve here on 2nd down and 9.
Pinconning still has 2 timeouts left.
Rolling to the near side of the field. Well, a short gain on the play, but getting out of bounds with the reception is Torres.
Austin knocked him out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 33.8 to go here in the first half. It's the Hornets of Harrison 16 and the Pinconning area Spartans 7.
But a very entertaining first half.
It's
and
been
again,
really good.
Both teams have been stingy when they've had the ball. They don't want to give it up, and it's led to some long, time-consuming drives here in the first half. Pinconning set up with a 3rd down and 6. Doobie up the middle, makes the first one miss, cuts to the outside, going to be enough to move the sticks. It'll be a first down.
He fumbled a bit. It was recovered by Pinconning's Carson Torres, but that'll stop the clock with the first down.
As there was the clock should have stopped, and I think what they're going to do now is they're going to see what time needs to be put back on the clock if, in fact, it was moving. Normally, the best person for that to be able to see it is the back judge. His responsibilities are a little bit less than the other 4 people on the field, so let's see if they can't come to a mutual conclusion of how much time is left.
Yeah, the back judge, Jeff, is he's back is to the south, and the scoreboard's at the north end zone.
All right. A total of 28 seconds, not 28 more. And as soon as the umpire moves back, they're going to start the clock on the ready for play.
It's only got, there we go. Now it's ready.
All right. They start the clock, and they go on the second snap count. Trying to get up the middle, sliding to the outside with the first down, and more again is Doobie as he gets down inside the 15-yard line. And again, somebody just holds on to him long enough to keep him from...
He's going to slip one of those.
Yep.
15.3 to go here in the first half.
Might have enough for 2 plays here. 12 seconds, 11, 10. And...
Harrison called timeout.
Harrison.
That's good for Pinconning.
Yep, that gives them an opportunity. We're going to take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with Rick Nijinsky. Our trifecta of fun here on a Friday night. And we thank Rick again for stepping up this week and next. Well,
big shoes to fill.
Nick's on vacation. He's done an admirable job. There's a pass over the middle, and that is complete for a Pinconning area Spartan
touchdown! Marcus
Pickett. How about, I wanted to finish it in stereo, brother.
That was a great call. Marcus just went right up the middle from that fullback position and Jackson Hill put it right where he wanted it, led him perfectly. And I'll tell you what, when that young man gets a head of steam going, you ain't bringing him down.
Well, and again, Dubé is the man that they use as the person that's going to draw all the attention. And they looked at Dubé, and the extra point is up and good. We got a whole different ball game here. Time out of the field with just a few ticks left in the first half. 16-14, Harrison over Pinconning. Back in a moment on BCTV.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Back here on BCTV with just 7 seconds left in this first half. Boy, we've seen it all and had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a great call right there by Coach Mulligan, the offensive staff, to get that touchdown for Pinconning. They're down 2 with 7.3 to go here in the first half.
And they're going to just kick it in a medium depth. Look at the Gunners coming down in a hurry. Shot out of a cannon that time was Torres. You're either going to step out of bounds or you're going to get a war wound.
That was just like a white blur and white and green blur going down the field, Jeff.
So they'll have time for one play here, and I'm quite certain that prevent defense will be what we see from the Penny Spartans.
Nobody in a white uniforms gets deeper than anybody in a green uniform. Or it's going to be the victory formation.
Well, we'll find out if that's what they do. And yep, they're not trying to fool anybody. And that's the end of our first half of play. It's Harrison 16, Penny 14. Back in a moment to recap the first half, set the stage for the second half, right here on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Welcome back to our Frank's Great Outdoor halftime show. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. We saw a stingy first half possession-wise, Coach.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both these teams just waltzed up and down the football field, Jeff. Long drives, methodical, nice play calling on both sides. That was an enjoyable first half and a quick first half. That thing only took like 54 minutes to get over with. So, but we got us a football game here at halftime.
Well, we saw a first half that was predicated by the run, but just enough pass put in to show that deception.
Yeah, Harrison had that one big pass play there in the second quarter, and Pinconning kind of dinking it down to their backs, and they're kind of getting outside on that sprint pass. They've done a really nice job, and they got themselves back in this game 16-14 with 7.3 ticks to go in the first half.
Now, when you look at halftime adjustments, the first possession for both teams is going to be really crucial in this game.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to see a lot of changes of what they're going to do. They both want to continue to run the football, but you might see a little bit of changes on maybe a different pass play or hear that. But, you know, I was always with the philosophy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And these two teams they're doing what they do best. They run the football.
Yeah, I think if there's changes, I think it's going to be tweaks defensively to try and neutralize what they saw in the first half.
Well, and you've got the three-headed monster for Pinconning. You got the three-headed monster for the Harrison Hornets. So you really have a nice plethora of kids to hand the ball off to run the ball, and they all could do great things when they're carrying the rock.
We are excited about the possibilities for the second half. You are in for a real treat, I'm sure. That about puts the wraps on our Frank's Great Outdoor halftime show. Back with all the second half action in just a moment on BCTV.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 Back here, ready to rock for the second half. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala, glad to have you along. The Pinconning area Spartans, are they going to try a little trickeration here? Oh
boy. Tiptoe through the tulips.
Brother, you got it. The tightrope
Number
back.
20.
The flying Walendas. And that ball's down on the ground. It looks like Pinconning's got a great chance for it. And they're coming up with the football.
Number 49, Marcus Pickett.
Wow.
He had the touchdown at the end of the first half and a big onside kick recovery here to start the second.
So think about this for a second, Coach. You go in at halftime if you're Harrison. You're scripting out your first 6 or 8 plays for the third quarter as soon as you get your hands on the ball, and then all of a sudden, whoa, Nelly.
And
it didn't happen.
I can almost guarantee you they were not expecting an onside kick, Harrison.
Yep, that is great.
Great call.
They got confusion on the defense. I don't know. They might have 12 men on the field. Let's take a peek. Well, you got a burst of speed from Dubé, and he's going to get down to the 22-yard line. So another huge chunk of real estate as they start the third quarter off like they started the first quarter.
I don't know what Coach Mulligan said to the fellas at halftime, but whatever it is, they are fired up. Recovering the onside kick, and Dubé with a huge run here in the start of the third quarter.
Well, one of the defensive linemen never got back into the play and set, and they went right up the pipe with the ball. And this one goes absolutely nowhere as throwing Dubé back.
Dubé on the carry.
And that was by his number part, Latunsky. So it is a great first play for Pinconning, and you know, they're already down tickle in the red zone here early in the third.
Well, don't forget Thunderfoot Kowalczyk, you know, is able to kick those field goals too, Jeff. So, you know, that does kind of open the playbook a little bit. When you've got that kicker, you can do some things down here that you might not normally do if you didn't have a field goal kicker.
Well, and he's 40 and in. That's what I say, and that's where he's at right now is 40 yards. So trying to roll, and great job defensively. Making another big play is Erskine as he just gobbles up the quarterback as Jax Hill is pulled back for about a 4-yard loss on the play, and that's big real estate.
Yep, they got to get a little bit of this back, Jeff, and probably got to get down to about the
back to the 23.
23-yard line would be a really good to put old Mr. Kowalczyk's foot to work.
Running the power left here. Let's see if they run according to that. And that is
Dubé,
and he's down to the 25-yard line. So he's still going to be about 11 yards short of the first down on fourth down. And don't know if they're going to take another attempt. I almost think that that's what you want to try here. And, yep, they're going to do that.
Yep. So, Kowalczyk will come out and try a 42-yarder. Well within his reach.
Yep, the first one he tried from 43, just missed it. So I think he's got an opportunity to put this one right through the uprights. The exchange is good. The kick is up. It looks long enough. And it is just wide to the left and no good. Had the distance on it. Just couldn't keep it straight.
He's just got a little bit of a draw on it tonight, Jeff, from right to left, but had plenty of foot. It was just a little bit wide to the left again.
Boy, and what a great exchange from center to the holder, too. And he definitely got all of it, but as you said, just had a little bit too much extension to the left side, and back to the 20-yard line. The Harrison Hornets avert disaster here from the opening kickoff.
But again, that's just have that opportunity to be able to have somebody kick the ball that far. He's going to make one of them this game at a big point in the game.
I would love to see that as well. Full house tee in the backfield with 2 tight ends. And looks like going right up the middle. I thought Cosgrove might have had it on the outside, but Just a modest gain up the middle. As that
Austin.
ball carrier is Austin, and Austin's really been the workhorse tonight for them.
Yeah, Cosgrove's averaging 109 a game, Jeff, and he has not really carried the rock as much as we thought we were going to see him tonight. But they do have 3 good running backs. The quarterback's not bad carrying the ball either, so they got to maintain that discipline.
Either decoy or injury are the two
Could be,
things that
yeah.
pop into your mind as a possibility. 2nd down at 8 yards to go. Handoff again going off right tackle, and stingy defense will stop them at the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go. So the Pinconning defense not giving up big chunks of real estate.
Cosgrove was on the carry for the Hornets that time. We've got 8 minutes exactly to go and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 2 for the Harrison Hornets. Jeff, they're up 16-14. Here on homecoming night in Pinconning.
Boy, and we went out at halftime.
Oh.
This place is loaded with folk. They were all here for the festivities.
Austin again.
Austin got very close to that 1st down marker, and I think they're going to give it to him by just about the length of a football. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets, but they're having to earn every yard of real estate they're getting.
That was not an easy 2.5 yards, 3 yards right there for Austin to pick up. Make it 1st and 10 for the Hornets at their own 31-yard line. And again, Jeff, we did take a walk at halftime. Man, the weather is absolutely picture perfect for early October evening.
Well, saw Cliff from CJ's and said, hey, I bought a 50-50 ticket from somebody else up here for the first time ever. He said it's just important that you got one.
Yep.
Trying to go on the outside, and that is Cosgrove showing off his speed and a 12-yard gain out to the 45-yard line. Also, how about the snacks from the folks at Independent Bank? We had a little chat with them pregame.
Yep.
They're very
strong
presence up here. Whenever you got food and other giveaways, you're going to attract a crowd.
They had canned koozies and spray and all sorts of good things. A lot of stuff going on up here in Pinconning tonight.
Well, they got the alumni table, and they've got the alumni raffle. They got the 50-50 going, and they got a huge crowd. I say they're doing it up right here in Penny. 1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets. That is right up the middle, and Austin again gets smothered after a short gain of about 3 yards. Again, they're really faking to Cosgrove a lot, trying to get the eyes of the linebackers to flow to him.
Yeah, Pickett in on the tackle for the Pinconning area Spartans. 6:40 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, another long, sustained drive to start the 3rd quarter for the Harrison Hornets.
The TNT for the Pinconning defense is really doing a nice job to disrupt the flow of the play offensively. There is the quarterback, Latunsky, and he picks up 1st down yardage again, as he has not kept the ball in a while, so showing just a little different look offensively.
Well, he did a nice job faking to both running backs, Jeff, and then he put the ball on his outside hip so the defense couldn't see it, and he kept his eyes downfield. And I think he had a couple options there, but the main option was to run and pick up that 1st down. And you notice he got down and slid real quick because a lot of white hats were coming.
And they were coming with force indeed. So again, split backs with a wing to the wide side. 1st and 10. And it looks like Austin again taking it off of the right guard, and he bangs forward for a gain of about 6 or 7 yards again. So they're doing a great job of a sustained drive.
Well, and again, there's that play right there, Jeff. You got the wing, and it's the bull series. And basically what it is, you just reverse pivot as a quarterback, hand it off the fullback, and it's just head on inside of the through block, and you're just going after somebody in front of you or to the inside or whoever you can pick up in a different colored jersey.
And again, there's no pancaking going out there. They're just sealing off the defender enough to find a little seam, and they're reading it well, and they're flowing to the open spot on the field. 2nd down and 3.
Same play to the other side.
They ran it to the other side, and they're very close to the 1st down. I think they're going to be just a touch short. That's going to bring up, nope, they're going to say
Logan Peckham in on that tackle.
Yeah, they're going to have the first down.
You had a nice conversation with your fellas down there, the referees at halftime.
Oh, yes. I've gone way back with the white hat Jimmy Fortakis, and he says, oh, boy, we're going to do something we don't like to do as officials. We like to make sure that's a full ball short or a full ball pass. They're going to bring it in, but I haven't had a chance to eagle eye one yet. I say they got it by the stripe of the football.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go with you this time.
All right.
I'm going to go with you.
All right, so out they come onto the field. Look, they got a junior marker out there, too. He's coming out trying to learn the ropes.
He's prepping for the future.
They put that down. They stretch it out. Oh, boy, get the credit card out for this one.
Oh, they didn't give it to him.
They're going to say by credit card it's short of the first down.
I'm going to say a half a credit card.
Holy cow.
Jimmy's got some good peeps there if you can only go. It was like that.
He had to take a double look at that. It was that close. Well, you got to say to your crew after, when you're spotting that, let's know where that's at here. Let's go up a ball or back a ball. I don't want to have a credit card licked. It's a different short.
You made those chain gang guys, they're not happy about walking out there either for such a short distance.
Yeah. I miss my old buddy Buck Schumann out there.
Yeah.
He's been there for decades.
Hall of Famer.
Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, indeed. Third down and inch and a half. Austin gets hit in the backfield and is not going to pick up the first down. Who comes up on that? Cynic with a great tackle. Ooh. He shed his block from the right guard and shot the gap, and that is a full yard loss on the play.
I'll tell you what, that's good scouting right there. Third and short, they knew exactly what was going to happen. And fourth down and a long one for the Harrison Hornets. Jeff, we got 4:10 and counting to go in the third quarter.
Boy, and when you're a right guard and you flat out whiff on that block, too, it's like you're out there on an island. Latunsky. Oh, he's trying to draw them off sides, and they're not going for any of that. So they're going to take a timeout. They're going to take a little bit of time to figure this out. Latunsky and company are going to chat it over. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at baycountysportshof.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back here on BCTV, Mike, give us our sponsors.
All right, we've got Covenant Healthcare, Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Frank's Great Outdoors Village, and Action Towing, All Saints Booster Club, and Sandlot Sports, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, and we'll get you the queen and first and second runners up as soon as we get time.
Fourth down and a solid 1 yard to go. What do the Hornets do on fourth? They give the ball to Cosgrove, and I'll tell you what, very, very close.
He did not get it. That is going to go over on downs.
I believe it is. They're going to put that ball right down, and that's a great move. And Jimmy Fortakis says, we don't even need to measure that. The ball is short. It'll go over on down. First and 10. What a great stand for the Pinconning defense.
I'll tell you what, you are absolutely right. They just stuffed the Harrison Hornets at their strength of running the football. It was third and less than an inch, and they went 4th and 1 and never got close to that first down, Jeff.
They were at least a half a yard short. Yep. And again, credit the big stop on 3rd and an inch to force that 4th down.
Cynic,
yep.
Cynic, the linebacker for the Spartans. What a big turn of events for Pinconning.
Let's see what the offense can do now at 1st and 10. Direct snap going to Doobie, and he is hit at the line. He moves it a little bit forward. Might have picked up a yard, but.
Oh, that was a stick.
Yep, he was stood right up in the hole. And again, that ball can be going to any one of the 3 people there, and it's just really concerning for the defense to have to account for all 3 of them.
That looked like number 65, Alexander Jansen.
Doob's coming out here with a little gimp. I don't think that looks like a cramp either. So we'll find out. It almost looks like a groin to me the way he's hobbling.
We can only hope it's nothing serious for that young man. He is such a good football player.
He is superb. And that play's blown right up at the line of scrimmage.
It's cramp.
As good.
Just as we like to say, it's just a cramp. And I'll tell you what, there's no such thing as just a cramp, especially when you're 65 years old.
Oh, but, you try and get that leg out of bed and the big toe hits the carton's tucked under the sheet. And oh, Nelly,
ooh.
Katie bar the door as it's time to get up and
get a
do a
Gatorade.
little quick stretch.
Well, we hope it's not too serious, but they are definitely working on his left calf.
Well, ready for that 50-50 drawing. 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
The winning ticket takes home
Oh, boy.
My.
Boy, $900 some.
Yes, indeed. What do we got here?
We got to delay a game.
That's the only thing the back judge does is delay a game. That's a big chunk of real estate on 3rd and 8 going back to 3rd and 13.
Boy, that's a tough one. Takes him back to the 30-yard line, excuse me.
Yep.
And we exactly 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter with the Hornets still up 16-14.
This is a big, big play because in order to even ascertain any chance of going for it on 4th, they're going to need about 8 yards minimum here. Let's see. Maybe they do another fullback pass right up the middle. That thing was huge, and the middle's wide open. They're back in a toss the outside. Maybe Torres just trying to turn and run with it before he got his hands on it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down, a probable punting situation for Pinconning.
Yeah, looks like Ryan Kowalczyk, the senior, will be coming out, handles the punting for the Pinconning area Spartan. Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 2 minutes and 4 seconds exactly here in the 3rd quarter. Harrison will come away with some decent field position unless Mr. Kowalczyk can boom one here for the Spartan. He's a good kicker.
As that is a high kick, and that is going to take a huge Pinconning area Spartan roll down to the 30-yard line. So you get yourself a 40-yard kick with no return. I would take that every day of the week.
That looked like one of your lob wedges on number 9 green. Just stopped right there with all that spin.
Well, it happens only once in a while, and it's usually by accident.
Yeah, we never planned those.
Hey, congratulations on your hole-in-one this week. The first of your career. That is something that most people never get a chance to cross off their bucket list. That is good stuff.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I waited 55 years for that. I was at Bay Valley, number 7. Hit a 7-iron, 155 to the pin, 1 bounce on the green and into the well.
1 bounce and a yahoo.
And it disappeared.
That is a beautiful thing. Congrats.
Thank you.
1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets. Twins in the backfield, trying to get to the outside. And doing a great job of forcing that ball back to the inside was Jackson Hill, but the pursuit never came back, and he got almost 9 yards on the play before Cynic comes in with the tackle.
Well, and a nice job by number 70 for the Harrison Hornets, Jeff. Cooper Whitaker. I think he's the left tackle. He had a nice block on the defensive end, and then the running back cut it up inside of him for a big gain.
2nd down and a long 1. Again, using that real patient snap count. With a play they feel like they can waste, they're going to throw that ball downfield, and
that was a catch.
I'm going to say that ball, if he got his tootsies down, he caught the ball. And look at the back judge getting over there really quick to
Lafeve.
Yep, make that stop on that play right where it was taken out of bounds. And so 1st and 10 for Harrison Hornets, and they've had a couple of big pass plays tonight to move the sticks.
Yep, they've had 2 big ones, and you're right. Matthew Atunsky, the junior quarterback, put that right on the money. 1st and 10 for the Hornets in Pinconning territory at the Spartan 37-yard line.
Atunsky again, patient snap count. 3rd back through, going absolutely nowhere that time is Dennis.
You know, that's a play right there, Jeff. We called it crossfire when I was at All Saints, and you're going to hand it off, and you're going to stand with your back to the defense, and you're just going to hide the football and hand it off to the most likely the last running back coming through. This time it was the right half.
Well, Bargeron doing a nice job of getting to that play for virtually no gain on the play.
Tough to see that play when you're standing, the quarterback standing like that.
And again, they're faking it to 2 people, giving it to the 3rd, and the Pinconning defense just swarmed to the football. Quick pitch to the outside. I can't tell if that's Dennis or if that is Cosgrove out there.
Man, Carson Torres came up and put a helmet on that ball player.
Austin with the rush, though, and another nice run on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go. When you look across the field this time of night, the 11 and the 17 look very eerily similar.
Yes, and they're a little bit dirtier than they were when they first started.
And that will be the end of our 3rd quarter of play with a 2-point lead for the Harrison Hornets over the Pinconning Spartans. Back in a moment for the final 12 on BCTV.
Here is where the next generation is born. But we're also the birthplace of innovation, advanced treatments, second chances, and hope. At Covenant Healthcare, we're the most preferred health system because of the trust we have built across generations. And our leadership continues with the next generation. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here, ready to rock for the final 12 minutes of regulation. Got this funny feeling that a Pinconning field goal may just win this game.
Didn't we say that earlier? Didn't we talk about that?
I just got that feeling. They're going to have to keep Harrison out of the end zone here, though.
No, I agree.
Hand up the middle. Great cut. He was heading outside. He saw a little seam up off of the right tackle and pushed it forward, and that is number 17, Austin. Snyder with the tackle, but Austin has been the workhorse tonight and done a very admirable job.
He has done a fantastic job for the Harrison Hornets, and they pick up a 1st down, so that's going to be 1st and 10 for Harrison at the Pinconning 27-yard line. Jeff, just underway here in the 4th quarter. It's Harrison 16 and the Spartans 14.
As Harrison taking their time methodically going up, they know that a score right now in any conversion will make it a 2-score game, and that is going to be tough for Penny to come back from. So it's imperative that Penny keep him out of the end zone. Latunsky back to pass. He's going to throw that ball downfield and just overthrows his intended receiver. All right. I'm going to say classic 101 refereeing right now. 99% of the people that would be out there are going to watch the flow of that football. Your number one and only job is to watch the quarterback through the completion of the play, and that's exactly what Jim Fortakis did to make sure there was not a late or illegal hit on the quarterback. And he really over-body emphasized the fact that that's what he was zoned in on. That is textbook.
Emphasized the white hat was watching that. And I did see him, Jeffy. I watched the ball, but when I look back at him, he had nothing to do with that football.
Yep, I am emphatic when I do it, too. I want everybody to know where my eyes are at. 3rd back through, again, is going to pick up 6 or 7, 8, 9 yards as he bangs that pile forward. very close to the first down marker inside the 20-yard line.
Well, and there was that crossfire play again. This time what they did is they ran the wingback, Kelton Karlstrom, through the hole in front of the back, Jeff, and he had a nice block where it picked up 7. So it's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Hornets at the Penny 18-yard line.
I'm watching Dubé on the sidelines right now, too. He's trying to keep those calves loosened up a little bit so that he can come in offensively.
It's warm out there, too.
Yep, and it's certainly a situation where all day long when it's this hot, you got to hydrate all day long. You got to have a jug of water, and you got to be drinking it all day long. Dubé looks good to go, though, I think, when they get their hands back on the offense. Handoff up the middle for just enough to pick up the first down, again down to the 15-yard line. As there is number 17, again, Clayton Austin. As he's gotten the lion's share of the carries tonight.
He's had a nice game, but again, when you have number 11 Cosgrove, 17 Austin, and then the quarterback Latunski, I'll tell you what, that's a nice looking backfield, and I can see why they're coming into this game at 4-1. They just control the football and don't give you really an opportunity to do anything with it if you're the opposing team.
Well, and Pinconning thanked us for our donation tonight on the 50-50, but somebody walked away with over $960.
Oh, boy.
To the outside, the ball carrier, Colin Dennis, he is upended by Torres as he comes flying into the play.
There's the third back in that backfield that we talked about tonight, Jeff. But you're right, number 17, Austin, has carried the rock for most of the game for the Hornets. And we got 2nd down and 7 for the Hornets, and we're getting to 9.5 minutes to go here in the ball game.
This game has certainly flown by, but the Pinconning defense, it's paramount right now that they get a stop here. 2nd down and a long 7. Taking their time on the quarterback keeper again, splitting 2 defenders and picking up an extra 3 or 4 valuable yards. Latunski doing a great job of evading a tackle.
Yeah, and you know what I like, Jeff, and you've said this a couple times during the broadcast, how long they're taking on the snap count. That takes a lot of discipline for your offensive linemen and all the players to be able to hold that for that long and to take that much time off the clock. Back judge just put his arm up and started counting down. So you got to take your hat off that they can hold their position that long. That's pretty good discipline.
Well, that's something that they've obviously spent a whole lot of time working on right now.
That's every day.
And it's tough on your defense, too, because you're itching to get into the neutral zone and make a play. See, they go on the first snap count here just for something different. And it looked like Austin just got rocked as he got near the first down marker. They're going to say he gets down inside the 5 to the 3, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Harrison Hornets.
Wow, that was a nice stick. You're right. And I'll tell you what, 1st and goal to go. And clock is stopped now. It starts back up, 8:20 to go. And again, this methodical, impressive drive by the Harrison Hornets. Throw a couple big passes in there, and that's their mode of operandi.
Well, and you're talking about a team that averages 37 points a game, and they've only got 2 scores here midway through the 4th quarter. So the Pinconning defense has been stellar. Yeah. 1st and goal from the 3. Quick pitch to the outside, and just getting their way into the end zone is Dennis. It is a Harrison Hornet
touchdown. Boy,
you want to talk about a back-breaking drive. That was methodical. They chewed up a chunk of clock, and now if Pinconning can keep them out of the end zone on the 2-point try, it's still only a 1-score game.
Yeah, 7 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the football game. Harrison up 22, waiting on the 2-point conversion, 22-14. Big stop right here for the Pinconning area Spartans.
It is a big stop. They go with 2 tight ends at a balanced line, full house T in the backfield. A quarterback on a keeper. He thinks he can get to the corner by himself, and he does a somersault, but he's going to be in the end zone as he came right down on his head. And he may be down yet.
He's down.
They took him out at the ankles, and he did a somersault and came down head first.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local destination for custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional goods in the Great Lakes Bay region. With not one, not two, but 3 convenient locations right here in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region, we're your MVP when it comes to branded gear that hits the mark. For over 15 years, we've believed in community, in delivering top-tier quality, and in making your brand shine brighter than ever. And guess what? We're not just about sports. From schools to clubs, from businesses to community events, we're your one-stop shop for custom apparel that makes a statement. So if you're ready to elevate your brand, to make an impact, and to fuel your passion, choose Sandlot. Visit us today at one of our 3 unbeatable locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, or check us out online at sandlotsports301.com. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your brand, our passion.
Back here on Bay County TV, Mike, thank some of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff. Covenant Healthcare, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Frank's Great Outdoors, Village in Action Towing, the All Saints Booster Club, and Sandlot Sports, our official apparel provider for Bay County TV.
I think they'll be looking for the onside kick here, so they're not going to be shocked or surprised by it. Up over the 40-yard line. That looks like the big fullback Pickett having his way going out to 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Pinconning. How about the queen in her court?
Yeah, second runner-up, Jeff, was Chloe Draus. First runner-up, Madison Gagorchak. And the queen for 2025 here at Pinconning High School, Addison Cooley.
Nice.
Very nice halftime show put on again by the Pinconning area Spartans. We had the Western homecoming last week and Pinconning this week.
It is a thing of beauty.
We love it.
Rick Nijinsky caught all the action, including halftime. Trying to go up the middle, moving the pile forward for a gain of about 6 yards. And what do we got here?
I think
they're gonna give Pinconning 15 to the good. I think I would have let it go personally. I would have called nothing. But I think Pinconning is going to pick up 15 yards of real estate here.
I agree. Little extracurricular.
After the play, personal foul against Harrison Hornets, and that moves the ball down to the Toity Tree and from the 48, and that puts them in much better position because the quicker they can score, the quicker they got an opportunity to get the ball back and win it with a field goal.
Well, we're at 7:32 to go in the football game. It's the Harrison Hornets 24 and the Pinconning area Spartans 14. But a huge opportunity with that 15-yard penalty, take them down to the 36-yard line of the Hornets.
1st and 10 for the Pinconning Spartans. As they show just a little different look. Dubé going up the middle. He's trying to get to the outside again. Look how many yellow hats with white jerseys are on the football. There's 6 or 7 kids flowing to the football.
Well, and you know Dubé's got a target on his back, and it's good to see that young man back after that cramp he had. He's going to come off the field and stretch out some more, hydrate, get some more water in him. But he is such a fine football player. I just love watching that kid play.
Well, look at him talking to Coach Coburn there, too, who was a speed merchant.
He was a player. He was a football player.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
All the Coburns were pretty good athletes.
They had a great family lineage. There is the runner, and that's Jackson Hill. Again, how many times tonight have they just been tripped up and kept them from having huge gains?
Yeah, it's been 3 or 4 times that we can really look at it, Jeff. And a couple of them were on kick returns and stuff like that. Dubé had one where he's coming right at us and just tripped him up. Boy, who knows what would have happened.
Well, you know.
It's a game of inches.
It's credit the defense for just getting enough of the shoot top to break up the stride. 3rd down now and about 2 yards to go. Jack Sill's going to send that ball downfield and just over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver. Thought maybe Jack's could have turned it upfield and picked up the first down there, but he saw a big play opportunity and just overthrew it.
Yeah, he had some real estate out in front of him, Jeff. But again, the receiver was open. That was number 3, Zachary Schultes for the Spartans. Good thing is it stops the clock with 5:53 to go in the football game for the Pinconning area Spartans.
Well, I would be pretty safe in saying that this is a key play in the ball game. It is the action towing with about 6 minutes left in this game.
Yep.
Village in action towing, key play of the game. Let's see if Pinconning can come up with a first down. Dubé is going to be very close to that first down mark. And he's going to be a half a yard short. Boy, that is going to make it tough on the Pinconning Spartans.
Yeah, he is going to be short, and it'll be turned over on downs. I don't even think they're going to have to measure for this one, Jeff. And the referee says, yep, 1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets at their own 28-yard line.
And again, you know that with great certainty that you're not going to see that ball in the air.
No.
It is going to be ground chuck, and they just want to get a couple of first downs and eat this clock up.
That clock is running 5:15 and counting to go here in the 4th quarter. And they will take as much time as they can. Now they stopped it with 5:07.
I'm not quite certain what they're talking about.
Was it running some time off when they were change over in downs?
I did not see that happening, but, I mean, there's a chance that if that happened, they put 10 seconds back on the clock. We'll find out now as the head linesman and the line judge talking with the referee and Sir Walter.
So it sounds like they might be adding some time to the clock. Five, 3.
Let's see if they get it right here. Walt Mulligan was flashing signals from the sideline, but a little tough to see.
I think they're going to get into like maybe 5:20 something, 5:25 maybe. We'll see.
And it's change of possession.
They're going to go to 5 minutes and 27 seconds.
All right.
Looks like so there was some time on the exchange.
I think they're going 5:37.
5:37. Okay, 5:37. That was close.
And change of possession. The clock will start on the snap. And our quarterback is back in the game, Latunsky. And that was a scary thing. You know when that kid's going to be hurting when he tries to roll out of bed in the morning.
Well, and, he's got a little bit of a hitch in his get-along, Jeff. So that might, when you looked at it when he landed, it could have been, we thought it might have been on his head, but it also might have been on his hip and in his back also.
Well, and you could have got a helmet on the shin, too, and that could be a little hitch in the giddy-up.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of possibilities.
Thank God he's only 16 years old.
You and I, with that hit, would have been calling Gephardt. Second down and 8 yards to go. Latunsky, again, he's not going to run the ball himself. He's going to be handing that thing off, and that looks like it's Austin. Trying to confirm that.
No, Dennis, number 22 this time. And again, that crossfire series with all the action going on in the backfield, that's been a very successful play for the Hornets. And It's 3rd down and 4 to go, and the clock is running, Jeff. We're going to be at 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go.
And that play is designed to get 4 or 5 yards.
Yes.
You don't need to get huge chunks, but you do that a couple of times, you're moving the sticks, and Harrison has been very efficient. This is a huge 3rd down play in the game. Pitch to the outside. Look at the cut,
Nice
trying to
tackle.
cut back across the grain.
Woo.
And that is laying the wood.
Carson Torres.
On Dennis. Torres has come up with a couple of monster hits tonight.
I'll tell
but
you
it's
what.
going to move the sticks and be another 1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets. I'd say the old ice bath is going to be rather popular in Harrison.
Carson Torres, 5'9", 145. He hits like he's about 6'9", 245.
He should have Mack Truck on his back instead of Torres.
Right. That was a nice tackle.
1st and 10 for the Harrison Hornets. Clock continues to roll. Full house T in the backfield with 2 tight ends and a balanced line. Trying to go up the middle. And a very modest gain, and Walt Mulligan's going to take a timeout. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along. Rick Nijinsky doing a fabulous job again tonight. As he's done such a great job, we've already invited him back for next week.
Yeah, we're got a game next week, Jeff, and I'll tell you what, Pinconning is going to play Beaverton next week.
Beavers.
And the Hornets, they got a good home game against Farwell. So, and both teams only have an eight game schedule so far this year. They have some dates where they couldn't fill. So both teams only playing 8 games so far.
2nd down, 7 yards to go for the Hornets. Handoff off right tackle, and again,
Austin.
Just taking that high step to get over prospective tacklers, keeping your balance, falling forward, doing all the right things to move the sticks.
Yeah, you know what? They've called that young man's number a whole bunch of times tonight. He might have 18, 20 carries, but he has been called on to hang on to the ball, run the football, and he's done a nice job and has stepped up. And just one more thing, he's only a sophomore. It's nice to be able to have a sophomore carry the mail like that for the whole game.
I got to wonder, though, because Cosgrove averages 109 yards. If he's a little nicked up tonight,
Could be.
But he's had other people just step up and make things happen.
But there's Cosgrove right there. But, you know, and Cosgrove, number 22, Colin Dennis, and number 17, Austin, you know, that's just a great combination. And Watunski does a nice job at quarterback.
And we got Drake Snyder coming up laying the wood on that nice tackle after just a couple of yard gain on the play. But, again, the clock continues to roll.
And we've got 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. And you know what? I first time we saw Pinconning play this year, I like that Pinconning team too. They got a great group of kids there, and they played awfully, awfully hard tonight.
Full house T in the backfield again, as they've used the vast majority of the night. Handoff going to that third back through again, and that
fumble.
Is Dennis.
Dennis on the carry.
They're going to say he's down. And Coach Mulligan says, I think that's our football. Oh, they're going to say he was down. The Snyder's coming up out of the bottom of the pile again.
Oh, boy.
He's had his nose on the football a lot in the second half.
They brought a lot of white hats right there, Jeff. And Harrison will maintain the ball, and he'll have a timeout Pinconning.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on BCTV.
Covenant Healthcare is leading the way in orthopedics with next-generation robotic-assisted joint replacements, advanced expertise for trauma injuries, and personalized sports medicine care, so you stay one step ahead. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Guazdala. Glad to have you along. Pinconning down to just one timeout, Mike.
Yeah, and we've got exactly 2 minutes. It's the 2-minute timeout.
Oh, yes. The official unofficial. Another 1st and 10, though. They pretty much can run out the clock here.
Yep.
So they're going to run a basic standard play up the middle. It gets smashed at the line of scrimmage. Torres had some pleasantries there with number 22, Colin Dennis. And that young man, Torres, I would take
spunky.
him on my team. For 145 pounds, he plays big.
Oh, he's kind of spunky, isn't he? I like the way he plays. He'll put a hat on you from that DB position.
Jax Hill coming into the game defensively. Torres coming out of the game. Maybe Walt Mulligan says we don't want any extracurriculars, don't want anything to happen to cause him to not be able to play next week, so might be a good move by Coach Mulligan. 2nd down and 8. And getting the defense to jump.
Long count again.
As the offense is so used to that long count that they do not budge, and the defense just gets antsy. And it's been a very selectively used successfully tonight for Harrison.
Well, and normally it's up to the quarterback what the cadence count is going to be, but, you know, the coach might send in a play and say, hey, let's do a staggered count or a long count. So the Hornets do that very, very well.
Well, and Latunsky is just a junior as well, so he's been in great command of this offense tonight.
And his brother Parker is only a freshman, so it's a family affair for the Latunskys.
It's Buffy and Jody in the gang as they go right up the middle again.
Oh, no.
For a short
and Mr. French.
Mr. French is there. Sissy is in the neighborhood as Pinconning will use their last timeout. We'll take a break and reel it back in here in a moment on BCTV.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Caucaulin or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Back on BCTV, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take that knee, and I don't believe they're going to start that 40-second count until there's 39 and a half.
Well, it's down. It's under that.
Well, they may decide we need to do it one more time. We'll do it quick, and then we'll go and celebrate this victory as the last 20 seconds are going to tick off. As, again, from my vantage point in the press box, I need Mike's peeps to let us know how close we're getting.
We'll do it different. I'll start it, and you.
Oh,
how's that sound?
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's all there is.
There isn't any more. And the final score in our ballgame. Whee! It's the Harrison Hornets coming away with a big victory over the Pinconning Spartans. We'll be back in a moment to put the wraps on this one in just a momente on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at BayCountySportsHOF.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Good evening and welcome back to our Village in Action Towing post-game show on BCTV. We saw a whale of a ball game tonight, Coach.
You know, it really was a good football game. These two teams pretty much mirror each other when it comes to the run game, with a little pass thrown in there for good measure, Jeff. But kids played hard. It was a hot night out. It was homecoming. I thought both teams played extremely well, and it's unfortunate that somebody's got to lose a football game like this.
Well, and with a huge crowd coming out tonight, Coach Mulligan was very excited, had a great week of practice, and I really feel like that carried over into the game tonight.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought, he said they just played really, really well. The preparation was good during the week. They knew what kind of football team they were going up against. They were going to have to match the intensity of the Hornets. I think they did that. Just a couple of trip-ups right there on long runs, and who knows what would have happened with this football game.
And it was a pretty penalty-free game by both teams, so very cleanly played.
Very cleanly played. We're not going to have to go out and wash the hankies tomorrow morning when the fellas get home. But, I thought Harrison just did what they do best. They run the football. They run a lot of time off the clock. There ain't nothing fancy about that T formation, but that's what they do best, and they do it very well.
Well, with Cosgrove being their main rusher all year long, they did a lot of Dennis tonight. They had two other running backs other than Cosgrove, and you had a quarterback that made some key runs.
Yeah, Latunsky did a nice job, and Austin did a nice job, and Dennis. They all played really well for the Hornets, and, there was like a four-headed monster for the Hornets, and they just kind of just do what they do. We've seen them for years. That's what they do. They just run the football, take time off the clock, and they challenge you to stop them.
I'm not into moral victories, but when you're a team that's scoring 37 points a game and Pinconning holds them to 24, probably 24 are the hardest points they'll score all year long.
Yeah, that was a great defensive effort by the Pinconning area Spartans. They did some nice things. Torres, who we talked about in the game, he's 5'9", 145, but he hits you like you said, like a Mack truck. I really like this Pinconning team. They just got the 12-hour rule. Let's get back to work because they got a tough one next week at home against Beaverton.
Well, and I think they're healthy again, so I look for them to be a factor down the stretch.
Yeah, Jackson Hill had a nice game. Dubé had a nice game. Pickett had a nice game. They've got some players down there. It was just a tough loss against a team that you just don't get a lot of opportunities to score against.
Regular season, two-thirds of the way completed after the game tonight, but it's been a fun season. That about puts the wraps on our Village in Action Towing post-game show. On behalf of the whole team, I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Wisdella. Another great job by Rick Dajinski tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you real soon.
We'll see you next week.